Plews, and I just wanted to take the time today to tell you a little bit about me and my journey to the lower carb approach to triathlon and Ironman performance. So I'm a doctor of exercise physiology, and I'm also an elite coach to some professional triathletes. And I've been on the low carb approach since 2012. So today I just wanted to talk to you about how I came to get onto this lifestyle and what it's meant for me, and how it's really changed the way I perform. I guess the journey started quite early on for me when I was studying as an undergraduate, studying sports science. And when I was studying, I was also doing a lot of training, doing a lot of Ironman distance and long rides, long runs. And I just found that, I would bonk quite a lot of the time, or this expression of hitting the wall. And it really never made any sense to me because, knowing what I know, we carry 2,000 calories in the form of carbohydrates on the body, but actually we have 40,000 calories of fat, which is actually a really good energy supply, especially if we can access it properly. But for some reason it never really made sense that I could actually still run out of energy. Yeah, so after doing a little bit more studying and reading some of the work of Professor Tim Noakes and alike, I found out that you can actually oxidize fat at 1.6 grams per minute. So at that type of level, that's like you could easily run under a 3-hour marathon at that type of level of oxidation, which is quite amazing. So then with a bit of changing to my own personal diet, I was fortunate enough that I could actually still measure in myself and see what oxidation of fat I could get up to. And through reducing the amount of carbohydrate in my diet and really optimizing my fat oxidation, I actually got mine up to 1.4 grams per minute. So to put that into perspective, that's like me at 300 watts of power on the bike. That's the equivalent. That's me. Just 50% of my fuel was still coming from fat. So when you consider that at an Ironman level, I'll be pedaling at 260 to 270 watts. That's still at that level, a lot of my energy was now coming from fat. So what you can see is that if we can actually oxidize fat at a high enough rate, we can actually have enough energy to get into that and actually produce a fair amount of power, a fair amount of pace, whatever it might be, by just using fat. But the problem is, of course, that with diets that are chronically high in carbohydrate, we just don't really ever give ourselves the opportunity to train ourselves to get into that. I often use the analogy of like a truck going down the highway that's stopping at that's got a tank of fuel full of fuel that's going to the petrol stations and filling up with fuel along the way. Of course, it's got its own fuel that's in its own engine, but the big tank at the back, it just simply can't access it. So it still has to fill up despite the fact that it's got a lot of fuel on in the tank at the back. What we're doing when we're actually training ourselves in such a way, when we're limiting the amount of carbohydrates in training for Ironman, is that we're putting a new tube that's going directly from the big fuel tanker at the back directly into the engine, so we can actually start to access those fuel sources, and that means that we just simply don't run out of energy or run out of fuel as quickly. Thanks for taking the time to listen. If you're really interested in the low carb approach to Ironman triathlon and how that can affect you and your performance and your training, then please subscribe to the SFuels TV channel, and you can do that on the link below.